Prices at the pump have hit a record high across the U.S. this holiday weekend. Nationwide, the average cost for a gallon of regular gas is $4.61. That's about $1.60 more than a year ago. The price of gas has climbed so high, it's actually pushing down demand. According to data from the Energy Information Administration, demand for gas has hit its lowest level for this time of year since 2013, excluding 2020 at the height of the pandemic. For more on this, I want to bring in Robert Sinclair. He is a senior manager for AAA Northeast. Robert, thanks for being here. Earlier forecasts predicted that the price of gasoline would climb even higher. Do you think that the supply and demand will kick in and reverse this upward trend anytime soon?
Well, there are absolutely more factors in place to make the price of gasoline go higher rather than lower. Demand specifically around this time of year might be lower, but global demand is high. And there are supply problems. There's plenty of oil, but there are problems getting the finished products to market. And in fact, the city of Shanghai is under COVID lockdowns right now. Those expire June 1st. That's a city of 30 million people in the busiest port in the world. So when they come back, demand will go up. And June 1st starts hurricane season, and we're already seeing a named storm forming off the Pacific, in the Pacific off the coast of Central America, and a major storm hitting the breadbasket for oil and gas infrastructure in the United States, the Gulf Coast, could be devastating as far as prices are concerned. And we're into the summer driving season, and likely people are eager to get out and do things, and overwhelmingly they'll take motor vehicles to their trips, and demand goes up, price goes up.
So, Robert, it does not sound like the prognosis is very good. Do you think we will start to see prices go down at any point? And if so, can you give us a horizon for that?
Well, probably at the end of the summer driving season and at the end of the hurricane season, which is December 1st. But Labor Day marks the end of the summer driving season. We usually see a precipitous drop off in demand as people have taken their trips and they get back into their daily work routines. That might help, but the war is the X factor, with the European Union deciding not to use Russian crude or distillate products like gasoline and diesel anymore. And so those products that are left for the rest of the world will suddenly become more valuable and more expensive. So it's really hard to tell what will happen with prices. The oil and gasoline market is extremely fickle. It can take just a rumor of something going on, and that can lead to prices being traded up. It's really important that we stay tuned and do all we can to save gas.
So, Robert, give us a sense of how many people are expected to travel this weekend.
Yeah, 39 million and change will be traveling. What's interesting about that is about 35 million of those will be driving to their destinations. That's about 90% of total travelers. Last year was 92%, but those that are driving are 1.5 million more than last year. So it shows this year, as in many years past, all years past, that driving is the overwhelming choice for those that want to take a trip. They can leave when they want. They'll have transportation when they get to their destination, and they can return when they want. Gasoline prices are high. In the past, we've seen that gasoline prices made up 10 to 15% of the family budget. So we might see a scaling back in the distances traveled and the activities done. But folks still want to travel after being cooped up for a couple years.
Absolutely. We hear that a lot.